I'm Sarah Katz. Do you want to live a more optimistic life? Well, I'm here to help. In this podcast, I'll be discussing a variety of topics, such as positivity, motivation, and self-love, to ultimately inspire you to live your best and blessed life. So, let's chat. This is... Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to Skatz Chats. We've reached the month of September, my friends, and fall is just around the corner. Pumpkin spice lattes for days, I can't wait. Although, it's really been heating up like crazy here in Los Angeles lately. I've been running my AC for days, and I know my electric bill is going to be off the charts, but it's okay, it's alright. But oh man, although it's only been a few short weeks, it feels like it's been really ages since I've recorded a podcast episode. But I really do appreciate you all sticking with me and understanding my current situation with school and work. So if you've listened to all 5 of my previous episodes and now you're just listening to this one, number 6, you are awesome. And I'm so proud of you at the same time. Not only because you support me and my project, which of course I appreciate immensely, but you know what? You're also taking care of yourself by listening to Skatz Chats. And I hope this podcast is a way for you to maintain a healthy and positive state of mind and maybe even inspire you to go after your goals and accomplish big and awesome things in the future. After all, that's the whole reason I'm here, is to inspire you to live your best and blessed life, right? All right, so let's get in today's topic, shall we? Today, we are talking about the haters. Yes, we all know them pretty well, don't we? It's hard to ignore our haters and the hate that we receive, whether it's online, in friend groups, or from society in general. But in order to prevent this hate from affecting you negatively, all you have to do is just readjust your mindset, which does take some work over time. But in this episode, I'll be giving you 3 helpful tips on how to change your mindset and turn any negative comment around into positive energy. So, I used to care a lot about what others thought of me, and it's still something I struggle with a bit from time to time, because, as mentioned, this process does take time. However, let me tell you a story about a time where I received hate from my own peers and how this was kind of a turning point in the way that I receive hate myself and how I even boosted my own self-confidence. So this story is about my high school prom. Oh, back in the day. In my day. Just kidding. Okay, story time. Here we go. So I was in downtown LA with one of my best friends, and we were shopping for prom dresses and just having a great time trying on these beautiful gowns and just seeing what our prom night will look like. And I've always been the type of girl who naturally wants to be different and unique and just kind of stand out from the rest, stand out from the crowd. I don't really like to conform to the way girls are supposed to dress, supposed to act. I like to be a little bit edgy at times. And I think as a Leo, I love the attention also, but I digress. So basically, I was looking for a dress that I knew I could rock, and I knew would stand out from all the others. After hours and hours and stores upon stores, I finally found the one. And when I tried it on to show my best friend, she said to me, "Skatz, this is it. This one is so you." And I bought it. So, fast forward to prom. I didn't give a crap about not having a date because I wanted to go and have fun with my 2 best friends anyway. So, as the 3 of us strutted into the hall, I remember kind of feeling a little nervous inside, but excited at the same time because I knew that my outfit was going to turn heads. So, I didn't end up getting a traditional dress. I bought a black jumpsuit covered in dark purple and silver sequins. It looked like I was going to a 70s disco party. But you know what? I felt really awesome in it. So, as the night goes on, I noticed some people were turning heads, and that's what I wanted to do. But I didn't receive any compliments such as, "OMG, I love your jumpsuit," or "Wow, you look so great." But you know what? That didn't stop me from feeling cool. So after walking around and dancing for a bit, my besties and I go to this little outside patio to get some fresh air. And as we walk outside, I see a group of girls staring at me, just snickering and laughing at one another. I'm sure you can imagine this right now. I can too. And so I look at them and they look at me. They look up and down and they still chuckle. And I told my best friends, you know what? I kind of want to go back inside because those girls were staring and laughing at me. So this didn't make me feel good at all, to say the least. So at first I felt bad and embarrassed because clearly it seemed like they were snickering about my jumpsuit because, you know what? I was not wearing a traditional, beautiful gown. But you know what? I got over it pretty quickly and realized that I shouldn't care about what other people think of my jumpsuit. You know why? Because I am the one who looks good. I am the one who feels like $1,000,000. I wanted to be bold. I wanted to stand out. And honey, that's what I did. And then I continued just turning up with my friends and dancing the night away. And quite frankly, even making a damn fool out of myself and looking goofy on the dance floor because at this point, I didn't care if people looked or stared. I felt like a weight has been just lifted off my shoulders. So that was really a turning point in my self-confidence for sure. And I used to despise those girls the rest of senior year. But I became the bigger person and turned that seemingly negative situation around to a positive one. So, with that being said, I'd like to give you 3 pieces of advice to keep in mind the next time you receive hate from anyone at, frankly, any time. So the first piece of advice, and please take notes if you'd like, is to do things that make you feel your best. Do things that you love to do and that will make you truly happy. Whether it's, playing soccer, singing, giving compliments to others, whatever the case may be. And sometimes it may not be the cool thing to do, but you know what? Who cares? Because you always come first in your own life. You need to take care of yourself, my friend. If these activities or hobbies make you feel happy and fulfilled, and you're really enjoying what you're doing, then that's all that matters. One example for me would be singing barbershop, as I mentioned in my first episode. Yeah, it's a very old genre of music, and although it's a really awesome family tradition, it may not be the coolest thing or the most hip genre of music with young adults my age. But that doesn't stop me from singing this type of music because it feeds my soul and it makes my heart happy. Maybe an example for you would be maybe you like to play a board game or video game that may seem like dorky to others. If others make fun of you or label you as such because you enjoy this game, that shouldn't matter. If you have an overwhelming amount of love for the game and play it with friends who enjoy it as much as you do, then others' comments really shouldn't bother you. Now we're on to the second piece of advice I want you to keep in mind is to make sure you remain genuine, honest, and just always have good intentions, no matter what you're doing. Another thing that I struggle with myself sometimes is worrying about not being the best version of myself that I can be. I strive to be kind to everyone and project positivity as much and as best as I can. However, there are many people out there, especially on the internet, with varying opinions and who aren't afraid to share those opinions with you. So some people out there could think you are one of the sweetest and kindest people on earth. And on the other hand, others may think you're being fake or coming across as an egotistical person. It's really important to realize that people can have all sorts of different opinions about you. And no matter what, that unfortunately will never stop. So because you can't force someone to change their opinion about you, you can't let that energy affect your good vibes. As long as you know, deep down in your heart, that you are projecting pure and positive energy and just have the most genuine intentions here, then those negative opinions shouldn't be able to bother you. Think of it this way. How people act is a reflection on them, not you. Something that my therapist taught me, actually. Therefore, if someone bluntly projects their negative opinion about you to you, whether it be on social media, in person, whatever the case may be, something is probably going on with them, not you, because they are unable to see the positive rays of sunshine that radiate from your soul. And this is an unfortunate thing. So don't stress out about others' negative opinions if you know that they are the exact opposite of what you are portraying to the world. So keep spreading your light and your goodness, and those who are affected by your energy in a positive way will make themselves known to you. And the third piece of advice that I want you to remember is just to focus on yourself and your own life. It can be so easy to get caught up in someone else's hate and negativity, especially when directed towards you. But you have to remember, you've got so many things going for you and so many people around you who love and care about you. You have a whole empire already built with so many blessings, probably more than you realize. So don't let this person's hate get you down. In fact, you can start to turn this hate into fuel. Realize that every time this person projects hate, they may have negativity in their life at the moment, and unfortunately, they're going to project that same negativity onto you. But then, I want you to think to yourself, do I want to be this type of person? Someone who just projects negativity onto other people for no good reason at all and try to make myself feel better in that way? I sure hope the answer is no. Once you realize that the answer is indeed no, then you can start to become the bigger person and rise above these comments. And soon, you'll start to see this hate as just very minuscule remarks, honestly. So rise above, be the bigger person, and focus on yourself and how you are rocking your own life. You really are. You're doing an awesome job. So it's important to stay in your lane, stay in the zone, and keep growing. Your friends are here for you. Your family is here for you. And you have to be there for yourself too. You have to realize that you have an abundance of riches. And once you realize that, my friend, you will start to see less and less hate. See, it's all about altering your mindset and realizing that you are the star of your own life. So you make the rules. And that's what I did the night of my prom. You know what? I reevaluated my emotions and I said, this is my life. I don't care about others' thoughts because I shouldn't care about others' thoughts. This night is all about having fun. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out there, dance, and frankly, I'm just going to be me. And honestly, you know what? I want to thank Julia and Julia for laughing at my jumpsuit at prom. And not being sarcastic at all. Because you know what? It helped shape me into the bold, goofy, and beautiful person that I am today. And you know what? I love her so, so much. Okay, to summarize everything that we've talked about today, I want you to remember, number 1, do things that make you feel your best. Number 2, make sure to remain a kind and genuine person. And number 3, always have your main focus on yourself and your own life. Don't let anyone else's silly words or opinions get you down. And I always think it's worse to fight fire with fire. When you lash back at someone, in my experience, it doesn't make you feel any better. And oftentimes it may make you feel even worse about the situation. So, as the old saying, just kill them with kindness. It really does work, I guarantee. You will feel much better because you know you are setting them straight without being a bully and without sounding harsh. You're basically practicing what you preach. And who knows, maybe even they'll think about their own response and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I was a little harsh on them. They'll start to realize that all you're doing is just being kind. And they may even start to lighten up themselves. Okay, surprise! I want to leave you with one more little bonus piece of advice that always helps me quickly turn my mindset around in the same moment. So, take a second to think about one or a few of your biggest haters. Makes you feel kind of funny and weird to think about them, right? Well, consider this for a second. Why are they using up a good amount of their energy to project hate onto you? They must be the leaders of your personal fan club. Start to think of your haters as your biggest fans because they're using their precious energy, to project their opinions onto you. And over time, I guarantee that those negative opinions will turn you into a stronger and more confident person. Just give it time. And as always, my friend, please don't be hard on yourself if this hate still gets to you, because it's okay. I want you to always be patient with yourself because, as I've mentioned before, this is a long process, and I'm still making progress myself as well. But I want to help you speed up the process in any way that I can. It's going to take several years and, quite frankly, maybe even several decades to feel 100% confident, to develop 100% self-worth. So just have faith in yourself. And if you work on these things over time and take my now 4 pieces of advice into consideration, you will make a ton of progress. All right, it is that time. Let's pull out a quote from our jar of positive thoughts. Okay, we've got one. Let's see what we've got today. So exciting. Okay, today's positive thought is, be happy with your beautiful life. Yes! I love this because it aligns with my 3rd piece of advice that I shared with you today. Be happy with your own life because your life is beautiful. You have so much going for you and so many blessings and so many wonderful people around you. I feel like a lot of people, especially in my age, maybe fail to see this. They fail to just see that they have so much going for them and their future is so bright. So I guarantee you, your life is beautiful. And if you truly open your eyes to that and see your full potential, you can really start to block out all the hate that you receive. And remember, everyone has flaws. So if someone is pointing out your flaws, that's a sign that, you know what, they have flaws of their own that they're insecure about. But all in all, again, please treat each other with kindness, no matter who you are and no matter what your opinion may be, because we are all going through our own personal struggles. Let's always just lift each other up and don't tear each other down. We're all striving for happiness at the end of the day, right? So let's help each other find that happiness and find comfort and self-confidence in themselves. Well, that's all the time we have for today, my friends. I want to thank you so much for listening to Skatz Chats, and again, making it all the way to the end of this episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe and write us a review on Apple Podcasts. Also, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Skatz Chats. Have a wonderful day, my friends. Please always remember to be kind, and I'll see you on October 1st for another brand new episode of Skatz Chats. Bye! Thank you so much for listening to Skatz Chats. If you'd like to request a topic of discussion, head over to our website at www.skatzchats.com. The Skatz Chats logo is designed by Nkartz, and our theme song is written and produced by Daddy Lacus.